All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to who the world ignorantly calls God. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and for his the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful light preaching his word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I want to go in on two articles. It says contagious and mutated. What we know about the new Crown Royal strain and how much you need to worry. It says a new and more infectious strain of the CV-19 coronavirus has spread to more countries around the globe. But what's different about this new pathogen, and should people be prepping for a total apocalypse yet? It says Ireland confirmed the presence of the new and highly infectious coronavirus strain on Friday, while authorities in Lebanon and Japan also recorded the first cases attributed to this variant. It says in continental Europe, Germany and Denmark confirmed the presence of the strain earlier this week, joining the Netherlands and Italy. Little is yet known about the new strain, which bears a catchy name, SARS-CoV-2 CoV 2012-01. But while it certainly poses a problem, it does not appear as apocalyptic as some media have been presenting. Where did it come from? The new strain is believed to be originated in the UK and was first detected there in September. It spread rapidly, and testing data from the United Kingdom laboratory, UK laboratories show that that in certain areas, it now accounts for more than 2/3 of all cases of the infection. So this new strand of this this virus is accounting for 2/3 of all infections now. So the first one is getting outshined. Now the scriptures tell you, man, plagues are sent, and who may turn them away. You know, the Lord is prophesied in the scriptures to get only worse from here on. You know, so if you're proud, if you're lifted up, if you don't want to humble down, if you want to act like you're right all the time, you can get easily caught up in this, man. Easily. This is why the scriptures tell you repent, for the time is at hand. You know, if you don't want to follow the order that the Lord set up, hey, the Lord is gonna mess up your world, man. Simple as that. You're not gonna sit here and walk through life doing things outside of what the Lord intended and think it's gonna be all peachy. No, the Lord is gonna start addressing people, and it's gonna be through these plagues. Now, the first wave, people didn't take it serious. People are still going out and partying, BSing. But you know, as it goes in the truth, the Lord only intensifies things as time goes on. I'm gonna read a little more on this, and I'm gonna go into another article. It says, "What's new about it? The main factor setting the new strain apart from its predecessor is its infectiousness. Although pining down exactly how, although pinning down exactly how much more transmittable is difficult, uh, Prime Minister Boris Johnson, has reportedly claimed the strain is 70% more infectious than the existing strain, apparently quoting physicians from Imperial College London in the government's own new and emergency respiratory virus threat advisory group, NERVTAG. It says, with the government floating such ominous figures, the media went into overdrive. The Sun described the new strain as a nightmare before Christmas, while Metro called it mutant Crown Royal. Even the more even the more restrained Financial Times said the scientists are alarmed at the spread of the Crown Royal mutant. So this thing is supposed to be more infectious. It's only going to tell exactly how real this is as time goes on, man, because it's all in prophecy that this stuff will get way more serious. And peep this. Just as this is coming down, just as 2020 is coming to an end, this is what happens. It says River of Blood, Russia to investigate over ecology concerns after Kralin water turns red due to slaughter at local fish farm, and the river is just running blood red. It says authorities in northwestern Russia have filed a lawsuit after a local river turned crimson. Blood from dead fish at a nearby trout farm has transformed the stream into a scene of a of a politi- of a politician likened to be being out of aliens film. So this is what's happening in the world, man. Blood red rivers.
Сегодня 24 декабря. Мы снова у трубы, ветхой трубы, через которую осуществляется слив сточных загрязненных вод с территории форелеводческого хозяйства. Они там. Масштаб этих стоков.
Red rivers, man. And here it is. You got a new strain that's supposed to be way more contagious than this current virus reaping havoc through the world and on your economy, on your pockets, on a normal everyday citizen. 2021 is going to be a hell of a year, and you people better wise up. You women that are at ease, it's time for you to shut the fuck up and humble the fuck down. It's too real. What's going to happen next, man? The scriptures tell you about women being ravished. That meaning raped. A lot of you women think it's a light thing to die. You don't know how you're going to die, man. How you die can be very, very crucial. Remember, we're dealing with the Lord of terrors. This is why the scriptures tell you, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Now, I wanted to get in some of these scriptures. I'm gonna start going through this. Deuteronomy 28, and I'll start at 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh thy power, then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of a long continuance. You see, the Lord said He's going to make it of a long continuance. So when this stuff pops off, man, this might be the strain that you people thought 14 days was enough for you to be fine. This might be the time where the Lord is just going to sit here and just put it in a long continuance, because when you go into the scriptures, man, the Lord said at a certain point He was going to turn these plagues upon our enemies. But in the midst of that, a lot of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, starting with the so-called Negro, going all the way down to the so-called Mexican, man. You're gonna you can fall right into the same judgment that the heathen are supposed to be in, because you're too proud. You don't know how to calm down, be quiet, and just serve the Lord how He said to. You rather live your life how you want to, and it's not about you. It's more important. Deuteronomy 30 and 7, it says, "In Yahweh thy power will put." I'll start at 6. It says, "In Yahweh thy power," if it says, "In Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live." And this is what the Lord's done now. There's men in the world where the Lord has circumcised their hearts, meaning cut off the fleshly desires and made them desire after the things of the Spirit. And the Lord is showing us love, man, and allowing us to live a true existence, man. Even within a wicked kingdom, the Lord is allowing us to live a true existence, because we're putting away the the sins of the flesh to live in life under the law, statute, commandments, man. Under faith, mercy, and judgment. Verse 7, it says, "And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." You see? So the Lord is about to put all these curses upon our enemies, man, in a harsh way. You're going to see a lot of people start dying, and a lot of you Israelites, because the time of Jacob's trouble is real. A lot of you Israelites are going to be right in that same fire. This is Exodus 9. I'm gonna get this first. Second Ezra. Fuck it. I'm gonna just get this. Let's go in order. Exodus 9, chapter 4, or Exodus 9 and 14. It says, "For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servant, and upon thy people." I'll start at 13. It says, "Yahweh said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus say Yahweh, power of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in the earth." And this is what the Lord is getting ready to do. He's getting ready to show you that there's none like Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai in the earth. It says, verse 15, it says, "For I will stretch out my hand, and I will smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth." And this is what the Lord is about to get ready to do. This is a token of the times. Let me grab this real quick. Second Ezra 9 and 1. "He answered me then and said, Measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of these signs pass, which I have told thee, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And this is the signs right here. I just read 2 articles. There's more. You got Israeli defense strikes multiple terrorist targets in Gaza in response to missile fire fired into Israel on Christmas. It says, contagious and mutated. What we know about the new Crown Royal strain, and how much you need to worry. You know? There's the other article I just read. Look, River of Blood. Russia to investigate over ecology concerns after Kralin waters turned red due to slaughter at local fish farm. And the Lord controls that. The Lord controls it. You people will sit here and see it as, oh, that was a man-made event. No, the Lord controls it. There's nothing man can do that the Lord didn't put in him to do. Remember, the scriptures tell you when a man sleeping upon a bed, the Lord seals his instructions, man. So the Lord puts in your mind what to do. It says, man's going under the Lord. How could he then understand his own way? And now you have this stuff going on with this Nashville bombing. And before it, you can hear over like a city loudspeaker saying, "Clear this area. You need to evacuate the area." So this may very well be Esau coming up with an excuse to sit here and further put on draconian measures and lock the cities down, man, because they can easily paint that as a severe terrorist attack. You know, more and more stuff is happening in the world. So, like we read in 2 Ezra 9, I'm gonna go to 3. It says, "Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end is manifest, Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So even now, there's effects and signs happening in the world that let you know that we are at the end. 2021 ain't going to be a nice year. It's going to be riddled with heartache and suffering because of the pride of the people. You don't want to be proud in this time, man. It's better. Hey, what is the old saying? The higher you are, the harder you fall. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. So the more proud you are, the longer of a way you have to drop to hit the ground. And the scriptures tell you, all that are exalted shall be abased, and those that are abased shall be exalted. It's better to take the low route now. This is back in Exodus 9, and I'll go to 14. It says, and I will set my, and it says, and I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and thou shalt know that there is none like me in all the earth. For I will stretch out my hand, and that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up. For the very deed of this cause the Lord raised up Pharaoh. So just like now, for this same cause, the Lord rose up America and let everybody think that this was the way, so he could sit here and put his hand over this place and cut this place out the earth, along with the wicked that are content with this place. For to shew in thee my power, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. And this is what's about to happen. The Lord is about to show in this place his power. America is about to be a shamble, man. The Lord is about to send his plagues upon this place. You people are going to be at each other's throats. There's going to be famine in this place. Famine is real. People don't understand how real famine can get. When there's a scarcity of food, the cops aren't going to be out here trying to fight crime. When there's a scarcity of food, there's things that happen in the Great Depression that those people agreed that they would never talk about, that you'll never hear. I remember I used to watch certain documentaries where the people would talk about the Great Depression, and they would sit there and say there were things done that they would never talk about. So the amount of stuff that happened in that time when there was food rationings. In the Great Depression, there was food rationings. People don't understand that. When there was food rationings, what do you think people were doing after they got their rationings if they didn't think it was enough? Or if they waited in a line all day and then they didn't get food rationings? What do you think happened? People were at each other's throats. This is 2 Ezra 15. And 5. It says, behold, thus say, I'll start up. I gotta start at 1 on this. It says 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, say Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. What are the words of prophecies? The words of these scriptures. You got to speak into you the things that are set to come in the future. The elders and apostles have been preaching for years that at some point this devil was going to roll, and at some point he was going to use any catastrophe to crash the economy. And what's happening now? They're using this pandemic as an excuse to crash the economy, reset it, and get out the dollar and bring in that digital currency, which is going to all tie into the market of beasts. There's a reason why they're sitting there pushing now that you got to take this vaccine, the VV, the inoculations, because that's a precursor to the chip. If you got to take a jab for you to be able to have a normal life, and you take that, and you know damn well that in the scriptures it says you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, and the use of needles is cutting in your flesh. And then they sit here and tell you that there's horseshoe crab blood that may be that is a key to some of these vaccines, which is unclean in the scriptures, and you have men sitting there telling you to take it. There's a reason why that's going to be the first stage, man, because it's going to show them exactly who's down with the system or not. Which those things could very well have a lot of side effects to it, and you people don't even know, because here it is, they've even admitted there's never been an mRNA vaccine before. It says, fear not the imagination against thee, and let not the incredulity, which that word incredulity means unbelief. It says, let not the unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Because a lot of people will sit here and act like these words ain't true. Like the Bible ain't telling you the truth. They'll sit here and think that you telling them that Christmas is something you shouldn't be worshiping, something you shouldn't be celebrating. They'll sit here and say you're trying to put evil words in their head to try to sit here and say some off shit. No, it's in the scriptures. So whether or not they believe, you tell them whether or not. You have to deal with the Lord at that point. It says verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So if you want to be unfaithful and unbelieving, the Lord is going to kill your ass in that same state. Behold, say Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. And those are the plagues: sword, famine, death, and destruction. And death can come by pestilence. Death can come by famine. Death can come by somebody else coming in and kill you. Death can come by you being isolated too long. It can come by many means. But this is what the Lord said he was going to bring. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Wickedness. What's wicked? Anything going against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Anything going against the order that the Lord set up. Eating crab, shrimp, and lobster, wicked. Homosexuality, wicked. A woman usurping authority over a man, wicked. You women being in a proud mindset and not humbling down to your own man, wicked. These are all wicked deeds according to the Bible, not according to the world, but according to the Bible. This is all wicked things. So for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, all those aspects that I just told you, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore say Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. So the Lord said he's not going to sit here and sit by idle and let you people get away, because the scriptures tell you in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, because a sentence against an evil work not executed speedily, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do wickedness, to do evil. So the Lord said at this point now, he's not going to hold his tongue anymore. It's touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will he suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the soul of the just complain continually. And the brothers that are doing these lessons, the ones that believe in his word, the ones that don't want any part of this kingdom anymore, those are the souls that are complaining continually, man. Because even if we're not sitting there actually praying to the Lord, our spirits are groaning within us, man. Tired of this bullshit. It says I'm gonna jump down to 11. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy the land thereof. So we just read one of the plagues, right? We just read how one of those plagues that happened in Egypt. Let me get that. Exodus 7 and 17. It says, thus say Yahweh, in this shalt thou know that I am Yahweh. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in thy hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned into blood. So those are let's smite Egypt again with plagues as before. We just read that, right? Now I'm gonna keep reading. It says, verse 12: Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. I'm gonna jump down to verse 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So when famine comes, this is exactly what's going to happen. This has already happened on a small level because sedition of men is already happening. Jump down to 25. It says, I will not spare. 24. It says, Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Say, who's sinning? A lot of people are, man. And people don't even know what sin is, so they'll sit here and do these things. And when you tell them that they're sinning, they won't believe it, because sin to them is just not being a cool person. It's not being an agreeable person. That's what sin is to them. But sin, as it says in the scriptures, let me get that. 1 John 3 and 4, it says, Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So sin is actually breaking of the law, but you got to know the law in order for you to know exactly what those sins are. Everybody has an order in this thing. The Lord set up an extreme order in the world. What you're to eat, what you're to touch, what you're not to touch, how you're supposed to dress and clothe yourself, how you're not, how a man is supposed to act and how he's supposed to conduct himself, and how a woman's supposed to act and how she's supposed to conduct themselves. And when you go outside of that order, you're sinning. It says, I will not spare them. Verse 25, it says, I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him, therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. You see? So the Lord knows when you going off, and he'll deliver your ass to slaughter and destruction. Verse 27, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth. It's not going to be just to America, it's going to be everywhere. And ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. So a lot of people aren't going to be delivered because a lot of them have sinned against the Lord and they refuse to repent. You women are the top ones at this. And you 2/3 ass niggas, man, hey, you're part of it too, man, because you roll in the mindset of a whorish fucking woman, man. So these plagues are coming. 2021 is going to be a hell of a year, man. That being said, I want to say Kahallah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal Shalak, Rayim, Wa, Anashim, Wa, Mashapatyam, Wa, Haragayim, all the wicked, man. All the wicked, man. Shalom.